Hey everyone, or I should say good morning. I pretty much just woke up after a very long night. It's 10 a.m. here for me. So, Dark Visions Day 2, right? It's not gonna be that much harder than the usual fights. Let's dive right in, shall we? So, the magical stage is Wind and Light, as you can see. And I love to use Faris on that one, but we're not going to. The simple reason, honestly, is we don't need to. We really don't need to do this. And the reason is quite simple. We got Terra for that. So let's load up the Terra team. I just have to swap weapons on two guys here. Mainly Elena and Mastermind Zorn. So let's go for wind weapons. So what wind weapons are there? That sounds good to me. And let's use another wind weapon. Kaiser Knuckles is. This is a wind weapon. Oh, cool. And let's give Mastermind Zone double Bard's Blade, because why not? So everyone's got wind weapons now. We are all wind weapons now. Wait. What am I using Bards for then? Oh, right. The imbue. Or the, not the imbue, but the entrust to lightning for the 90% break. Okay. Terra, nothing too special as you can see. Call of the Wild, Advanced Weaponry, Dragon's Brush. Those are the three abilities that immediately fill your LB gauge. Someone asked it, that's why I'm explaining. So they immediately fill your LB gauge at the start of the turn. Most of the other things, such as Ronso Guardian, for example, they fill LB gauge at the end of the turn. So keep that in mind. Other than that, the usual on Terra. The rest of the team doesn't matter, just make sure 8k HP or more. That is the case for everyone, so let's go. And it seems as if these magic bosses are beasts. That is at least what I'm getting from this icon. Alright. Can I repeat? Yeah, I can repeat on these two, but we're not going to. So Lumina, don't you think I'm cruel? And how long before you wake up on Terra to boost her attack and magic? Barret's is going to entrust to Lightning. Lightning is going to 90% Spirit Break the boss. Terra, meanwhile, is going to shift and cap this. Now, since you might not have watched the other video, Mastermind Zorn and Elena will AR and double SR. This is a 99 chain, but you weave in Terra's LB. This is a 100 chain. Alright, AR, double SR. Let's start with Terra. Let's wait, and send then the DPS, and we're done. I didn't see Terra's damage, to be honest. Oh, she didn't even 9.99 billion. These bosses have really been buffed, it seems. Wow. They are a lot tankier than they used to be, apparently. Alright, next stage. Let's check whether these are really beasts. Yeah, they are beasts. So let's do the same again, but we might actually not cap this. Alright, we are back, and I'm using Faris now. So Faris, base form, good for evocation, LB damage. I don't have a second copy of Iridia and a second copy of Unaliska just yet. I can get them, that's not the issue. It's just a matter of time whether I'm actually gonna use Faris and Terra as double evoke finishers for the final boss of this Dark Visions. We'll see, but that's a gear. the usual, as you can see. Brave Shift doesn't matter. We're using it, we're starting in the Brave Shift to power up, but that's about it. Okay. Oh, I need to use an item. So let's get some energy back, and let's do this properly. It's also important that Bart starts in his base form to fill his LB gauge immediately at the start of the turn. Okay, Lightning is going to ATB charge. Bart is going to shift, because we're gonna use his LB on the next turn, that's why he started in his Brave Shift. Let's use Blessed Wind Crystal, 45 Wind Amp, Courage to face adversity, and technically we could, no, we not only should, that's fine, it's good, and yeah, all good, all good. And let's use this only, does wind damage, wind resistance. This is his own stuff. Yeah. And let's use Wind Cutter Blade. We could also use Raging Winds if you want to get an AR frame for Zon and Elena. You could do that obviously, but we're not going to. Elena, 10,000 needles. Oh, I gave her 10,000 needles, by the way. Zon is going to Reflector. Critical off of Lightning, critical off of Bards, and Spread. Faris is going to triple. Pirates Ahoy. Sildress Roar. And Blessed Wind Crystal. Last one doesn't matter, honestly. Terra is going to shift and use the usual Transburst, double power release fire. Okay. There we go. Nobody took damage. So Lightning LBs for the 90% Spirit Break. Barret's LBs to imbue everyone with wind. Or especially Zon and Elena. Elena and Zon are going to AR, double SR. AR, double SR. Faris is shifting back and uses Thunderstorm, and Terra is going to use her LB. So we will start with... Now I have to actually think how I should approach this. It'll be fine. So let's start with Faris. Okay, yeah, I got this still done. Let's wait for the dragon to appear and then move over to start chaining. Okay. And since SR is pretty slow... Oh yeah, Faris destroyed this boss. Alright, and now all of a sudden we easily capped this with 20 billion. I don't even know what the issue was then before. But we overshot by a lot apparently. Alright, that was something else. Did I miss anything last time? Not quite sure. But anyways, I'll readjust the team for the physical domain of fire and lightning. We are facing a Machina boss apparently. Yep, that's Machina. So I'll be right back in a second. Alright, team for the physical stage, passive provoke evading zone. Everyone needs 20% ice resistance. Elena, whatever, at least as long as she has 20% ice resistance. Vinera, doesn't matter as long as she has 20% ice resistance. She's gonna buff Marble Saga turn 1, 90% defense break turn 2. Lock, let's unequip his weapons first, so he doesn't deal too much damage. He's gonna do 130 fire imperil, fire imbue to everyone. Faris, brave shifted, 4 LB damaging, pretty much. She has 250 Machina, 300 LB. We need Dragon's Crest on her, sadly. I could technically put her on Shiva and do other stuff, but eh. And last gen, the usual LB fill in base, LB damage in, brave shift. He's got 300 Machina, 300 LB. Okay, let's give this a go. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so we'll have last gen, triple, gleaming, complete. We'll have Venera, oops, that is too far, Barbless Saga. We'll have Faris, Ahoy, Blessed Fire Crystal, Sildress Raw, and Locke is going to Phoenix, Float. Please don't kill a boss, but he shouldn't technically. Okay. Oops, Azon is just going to Reflector. Critical Faris, Element Self, and Share. Elena, just guards. Okay, and that's why we gave everyone ice resistance. We need that. Alright, and let's go in for the kill. AR, SR, SR. AR, SR, SR. Venera just does her Marauder's Blade, the 90% Spirit Break. Please don't kill the boss while doing so. Okay. Yeah, Faris LBs, last gen Shift LBs. Now, last gen doesn't have any sort of fire amp, but it's fine. Alright. Let's do the damage. That's right, and send in both DPS. Well, that worked. Now, technically, for the next boss, we should be using something like, what's her name? Eileen. But with Faris and last gen, I don't think we're gonna need to. Alright. Who's the last one? I think it's Alexander. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, hello. Why can't I click him? Clicking Alexander is the weirdest thing. Alright, so, I had to adjust the team. Everyone's now at 20% water resistance. As you can see. The boss does water attacks, so I'm gonna need that. Nothing too fancy. Yep, there we go. And we're gonna repeat pretty much the same thing all over again. So pretty easy, nothing too special. Oops, that is too far. Elena is going to use Bar Water on turn 1. Venera is going to Barbless Saga on turn 1. Locke will Triple Edge. Phoenix Magicite, Phoenix Ray, Float. Faris, Triple, Pirates, Blessed, Blade of Courage. Last gen, Gleaming, complete. Let's start at this. Let's go on with her. And let's just chain them, the boss won't die anyway. Alright, we got last gen's LB2, perfect. Reflector, critical on Faris, Element, Lock, doesn't matter. And Share. Okay. So the boss does some ice and water attacks, but we don't mind. Alright. Now we go. So Venera does her 90% defense break. Zorn is going to AR, SR, SR. And Elena is going to AR, SR, SR. Faris LB. Last gen, oops, that is the wrong LB. Last gen shifts and LBs. And this should be an easy cap. Let's chain. Send in the DPS. Oh yeah, 9.99 billion. There we go. I guess one Faris would have been enough. Ooh, which Badster didn't? I think Faris didn't cap damage. Or, yeah, cap as in 9.99 billion. But, there we go. Perfect score again. So last gen is enough, you don't need Faris, obviously. And if you're lacking damage, but don't have Faris, just use Eileen and share her killer buff on turn 1. That's probably the easiest way. I just wanted to try Faris, honestly, as a physical DPS. That is the only reason why I used her, actually. Alright, we're done with day 2 of Dark Visions. We're still rank 1. And it gets a lot more exciting on Monday for the final stage. So, we'll see. Oh, by the way, one thing is very cool. We are getting a Transcension Pearl for 1 million. So, it is really worth it to go for cap damage on the first ones. And I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. It was just surprising that the magical domain was all of a sudden not capable of Terra on her own. But maybe I missed something. If so, please tell me. I don't know. But anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. And I hope you also got the 1 million point score reward. And we'll see each other tomorrow for my monthly Neo Vision prediction video. I hope you're gonna enjoy that. But until then, have a nice Saturday.